definitely.
Okay. So it's Badwalk on
Badwalk,
Telegram?
yeah. Chelmsford 123.
Okay.
You know who I am, don't you, Hornsey? you know who I am, don't you? You recognise my name.
Badvok.
Yeah, Mark Riss, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, speak to you later. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Peter.
Hello.
How you doing? Sorry
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was nice to talk to you both, and again, thanks for everything you're doing. I'm trying to get my head around a little bit around the limited company and the positions that we can sit in within the limited company, and then also how we position, which way round we do the company, because the whole question of remaining dormant and having a bank account as well seems to be a little bit vague for me.
Why do you have a company bank account? Where does it say that?
Oh no, I haven't at the moment, but I've heard differing thoughts as to the birth certificate name limited should remain dormant and shouldn't have a bank account. But then I've also heard that it can have a bank account.
Yeah,
but
well,
without
if you want to trade, right? If you want to
I
trade,
don't want to. We know it's better not to trade.
So yeah, but some people do want to trade, for example, right? So you have John Henry Doe Limited. You could just have John Doe Limited as the, and the John Henry Doe Limited is the director of that, and that company is the one trading, John Doe Limited. And then you could have a company bank account if you wanted, but that's only if you wanted to,
Yeah, and it also comes back to the allocation of the shares when we do our confirmation statement and the second part, as to how that works with the second company. This is where I'm a little bit.
It's its own company, so it has its own shares, unless you have a holding company, right?
And how do we allot those shares? I know there's a
It's
form.
The same process. It's the same process.
Same process.
It's all online.
H01 form. That's okay.
Yeah.
Carl had published a video on the Truth Talk group. I've reposted it a few times, a YouTube video on how to do it. So if you go on the Truth Talk, you click the name and you click links, it should be in there somewhere if you search for it,
Okay, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah.
On the Truth Talk.
Yeah.
The group.
How to do your end of year filing. So if you just click the Truth Talk group, and then it comes down, you can see media, all the media that's posted, files, all the files that are posted.
Yeah, no, I know. I spent so much time on it and I completely missed this one.
You can just search for it,
Yeah, end of year. Okay, right.
But yeah, I mean, once you do your confirmation statement, you can issue whatever you want, how many ever shares you want from your company, whatever company it is, because it's a separate entity, isn't it? So
yeah,
as long as you're logging them down on your confirmation statement and basically balancing the accounts, that's what they care about. But again, I had a word with, as I said earlier on, I'd done my filing the other day, and I spoke to Megan, one of the girls, Gina or Megan, whatever her name is. And basically, she was saying, just give them a call anytime and talk about this kind of stuff, because that's what they're there for. I mean, like anything we're unsure of or concerned about, we can always talk to them because they can point us in the right direction. I mean, like I even said to her about, how do I go about issuing myself the shares if I'm the director and this and that? She says, well, you do it in a confirmation statement. But I haven't looked into it so much to delve into too much. I've still got to ask questions because there was a lot I was dealing with as well as, so kind of like put me on the back burner. But yeah, every year I'm always talking to them anyway. So, but yeah, there's it depends. It depends on what you're trying to do as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, this is where the confusion comes, is to the allotment of shares to the director, and then how the director then accesses those shares as fiat
This
currency.
is exactly the same questions I'm asking them, and they're happy to answer. I mean, like, I put up a video the other week, and basically it was a conversation with the company's house woman, and it's exactly the same thing we're talking about now. And she said, based one of the women, she said, well, you've got to go and see a legal team. And I was thinking to myself, what's that all about? Do you know what I mean? So, because they again, it's what you're saying. It's like there's only two ways you can get shares. You can allot them or you can buy them. If you buy them, you're buying a birth certificate. If you're allotting them, you're doing them through a company filing. So you're filing that.
Right.
And then when you want to pay the director, you do it via the SH01 form that issues the shares itself. But then you have to do a log of it in your confirmation statement when you do your confirmation statement, because you do two things.
You have to do a
confirmation statement.
Yeah, no, I thought you said something just before that. You have to do something on the confirmation statement.
Yeah, you have to allocate it on and write it on the confirmation statement to say that these are the shares you issued and how many shares you issued. You can issue like 100,000 shares, for example, but then you have to log that on the confirmation statement, so it's all balanced basically.
Okay.
But I mean, I had a word with her the other day, and it still confuses me a bit. I've got to talk to her again, and I said to her, I'll call her back, because I do my filing in May, June, and then I do my confirmation statement in September. So I said, if I look over it before September, then I can even ask her a bit more questions and stuff like that on how to issue the shares and where do I log them on the confirmation statement and blah, 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 etc. Same questions you're asking me, I'm asking them, and they're happy to help.
Okay.
They're happy to help. If you phone them and ask them about the confirmation statement, because you can probably ask them in your way, you see. In my way, I'm all over the place.
Don't worry, I'm same here. Okay, so you said there's a 6-month gap between first filings and then confirmation statement?
Yeah, usually, but you can make them the same date if you wanted to. You can just do that in your account itself. But again, you can have words with them and say, look, how do I make me have the date where I do my filing and confirmation statement together? And they can
or shorter, a lesser gap in between the two.
This is it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so really it's start to talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're the one, I mean, like, they're happy to help. They're professional in what they're doing. Everything I talk about, I'm basically regurgitating what they're telling me. Do you see? It's just, I'm trying to break it down for everybody and give it to them in a clearer way. And then when we get to that level, I say, well, look, go and speak to them now, because you're on that level where I'm on that level. I'm just speaking to them. So, and happy to talk. A lot of people get afraid of it because they think, oh no, I'm going to go and speak to the legal people and they're going to tell me this, they're going to tell me that. They go, no, it's a completely separate thing. It's a completely different kettle of fish we're dealing with here. You see?
Yeah, well, they're our servants, aren't they? They're our
public servants.
Public servants or whatever. Okay. I'm just a little bit confused. One other little on the limited company of the address of the limited company. If I have my limited company plaque on my door at home, but my limited company is registered in one of the ghost addresses up in London. How does that affect?
Nothing. It's just a registered office. It's just your office. It's fine.
Okay. So where you are at the moment, are you getting any bills?
No, it's all gone very, very quiet everywhere.
No, but I'm just saying, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Before you was doing anything like this, you was getting bills coming to that address with the name, isn't it? Yeah. But now it's the same thing. You're still going to have the bills coming to that address, and it's going to be the same name, but it's going to be a limited company now. That's all. So there is no.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not that's the only thing I was a bit confused about as to whether it made any difference to it at all, and it doesn't.
Completely separate
Okay.
entity as well. Separate entity, everything as well. So
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. I think that's all I need to know, really.
yeah, that's not a problem. Well, we're here.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you very much
That's all right. Thank you.
for
Okay.
all of your stuff, guys.
No worries. Don't worry.
Who's
Thanks.
next?
Mark, are you there? Ken or Pete?
Of course I'm here.
Go ahead, bro.
How are you? Hello, Carl.
Hello.
Hello, Tegan. Yeah, I've got my limited company just on my. Well, I've got two actually. I've got quite a popular name. I was very surprised to be able to get it as my John Henry Doe, and I also got my second one as John Doe.
Excellent.
It's quite a popular name, so I was absolutely gobsmacked when I got both of those. I've done my trademark on John Henry Doe, and that's pretty much where my questions are around.
Yeah.
Today, and I appreciate everything that Tegan is saying, both on Truth Talks Telegram, what you're saying, Carl. I'm in the Patreon as well. I think we were on in contact last week where you said, why haven't we had a call yet? So here I am.
Finally.
Yeah, but so it's down to the trademark, really. I know a trademark lawyer. I work with him. He's a right arsehole. And he, when I said to him that, you know, I trademarked my John Henry Doe, and when the council writes me as Mr. John Doe, I said, have I got anything to come back on that? And he pointed me towards some quite good trademark laws, which meant absolutely nothing to me. I think it was on Nexus, and some of that. But that's that aside. So I've billed my council several times for Mr. John Doe. Of course, they write back to me and said, you've got nothing here. If you challenge us in court, we're going to go blah, blah, blah. And I hear everything both of you saying that the Mr. is this and that. But my trademark lawyer said that if you can add and take away little things, it's actually, you still have got some comeback. But that aside, so then I wrote to my council I did some like financial instruments with them as a practice run. I didn't think it was ever going to go anywhere. So I was writing them into the private to the CEO. So I was writing him in a private and confidential, but I was getting written back to in the public from his minions. In other words, he hasn't kept it private and confidential. So now they are writing back to me saying what you're writing to the CEO is a load of bollocks, but they are writing back to me as now John Henry Doe, exactly like my trademark. So if we were going to argue over the Mr. and missing my middle name out, which I didn't trademark my, you know, the John Doe, if you see where I'm coming, as they're not asking me for financial on their replies, have I got something to go back to them on? Do you
anytime,
sort of follow my
anytime they violate a trademark, from my understanding, you can bill them or invoice them, sorry, for a fee.
Yeah.
If you've
So
have you
do you
given a
think
fee schedule already?
Okay, right. So here's what I'm saying, Tegan. They were writing to me as I trademark John Henry Doe, upper lowercase. They were writing to me as for my council tax bill as Mr. John Doe, missing out the Henry. I did loads of. I wasn't going for 5 million. I was writing 25,000.
Yeah, but did you send them an invoice or a fee schedule?
Yes, several times. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but no, you only need to send it once. So you sent them a fee schedule, and did they violate the trademark as you have it?
Yes.
Well, then you can invoice them.
But yeah. So okay. When you say have they violated my trademark as we had it, because I heard some earlier conversation here that if it's to the Mr., it's not a trademark violation if you haven't trademarked. Right. But what I'm saying now, Tegan, is that on replying to my private confidential,
they violated your trademark, yeah.
They've replied because whenever I do an FOI to the council, they always write back to my right name. They never put a Mr. They don't do it upper lowercase. It's normally to John Doe, but this time they've absolutely written to. I haven't written to them. I've written to the CEO in the private capacity.
Yeah.
But the minions have written in the public back to me, this time without the Mr. So if you are saying
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. So it's a trademark violation. It is a trademark violation. Yeah? So you can send them an invoice for it.
So have they written John Henry Doe, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So just send them an invoice.
Okay. What I'm saying, Tegan, is I've sent them invoices before when they put Mr. John Doe.
That's a separate entity. That's a separate entity.
It's a separate entity. Like you can't enforce
this time, when I've written to the CEO in the private and confidential, their minions have written back to me as exactly the trademark this time.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's the minions that's starting it now.
Yeah.
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 So
and you can
it's a fresh start you're starting with now. That's the thing.
Yes.
So now you can go after them for the real trademark now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they said, "Oh, you ain't got a stand in court because it wasn't the trademark that you were referring to." But now you've got them.
Well, now you can, and you have proof. You have documented proof of it, right?
That's it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But don't be sending violations if it's a Mr. and stuff like that, right? Because you don't own that either, so you could be done,
That's it.
for not knowing what you're doing, right? So you could get yourself in trouble. You have to be very careful.
Yeah, I hear that. But okay, so just rewinding on, I don't want to take up a lot of your time this evening.
Cool.
Is if we were to, I mean, obviously we can trademark that, but maybe, we can, can't we?
Yeah, you can.
And you would have a priority claim because you have the original trademark, so you could block someone else if they tried to do it because it was similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of things here tonight. There was some guy you mentioned about his student loan.
Yeah.
There are other ways of dealing with that.
Okay.
I sent them a private message. So if we do that.
Excellent.
And
that was a Kobe.
And also, that was Kobe.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think also Mo.
Yeah.
Mo only going at 100 miles an hour. Carl's motorbike must go faster. Sure.
And the thing about it, sorry, while you said that, Mark, as well, if there's anybody in the group and they've got kind of like information and can speak with one another, then this is what the group's about. We're all here to help each other, So, sorry, Mark.
No problem. I think that's all I've got to say. I've written everything down, got post-it notes everywhere.
Brilliant.
Okay. Yeah, actually, Tegan, on Telegram, I'm known as someone else. And it was the question about the £12 guy. Was it Rob? It was earlier today. I asked, what was the reason for you saying it was the best thing you ever spent your money on? I wasn't being
No, I know.
I just wanted some substance behind it because, okay, the last thing was actually on Telegram today, Tegan, you made a comment that you may be able to share some results of what you've achieved through this. So before, or if you are at all, I don't know, but from my point of view, okay, as someone said earlier, I hardly get any posts. In fact, myself and my partner, we just where's the postman?
Right?
Yeah. As far as we don't get hassle from the TV license at all. In fact, I haven't had a water bill now for a year.
Wow.
At all. I returned to send. Actually, I wrote to them. I don't know if it's useful for anyone else, but I wrote to them saying, what are you putting in the water? When are you putting it in? Why are you wearing PPE? It was something I found on Telegram. Closed my account, and I think that was in 2020 or late 2020.
Cool.
And then I got Occupier from Thames Water for about 6 months. And then they started writing to my partners who moved into me in that time, but previous name, returned to sender for about 8 months. Then it went back to the Occupier for a couple of months. And then I haven't had a bill off them for a year. Whether it's related to this, I don't know. It was return to sender.
Most
on
likely, it is.
addressee.
I only get occupier if it's something that does come rarely. Yeah, it is just occupier.
Yeah, but I don't even get that. I have not had anything from Thames Water, not occupier, nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't mean to say I won't
no
get
contract.
one tomorrow. Sorry.
There's no contract, right?
There's nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not even trying it on with the occupier.
No,
because it's such a headache for them.
Yeah. Okay.
and it's costing them as well.
There was something else I got some success on, but I just can't remember. So yeah, I guess at the moment I'm looking to move forward, and haven't done the enrolled depot yet, but I
Brilliant.
guess, and it's okay. That's the end of that.
Slowly. That's all. The more, the easier we go, the easier it becomes. That's the thing.
Yeah, I've just done my
Absolutely.
confirmation statement, so it's I'm 11 months into this.
Brilliant.
I've reposted on the Truth Talk group how to do your company filings
Yeah, thank
with
you.
dormant accounts. I've just posted it again. And yeah, thanks
Yeah, I
for
guess
everyone as well that's talking. I appreciate it, especially you, Mark. Thank you for asking all
Yeah,
these nice
okay, I
questions.
guess the last thing, Tegan, was that the confirmation statement is a doddle, isn't it?
Yeah,
That I've got to do my account for that company by January. And as Carl has said, pretty much every time, if you're confused, ring them up.
yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
I've got plenty of time to do it. And then my second limited company, which is the John Doe, confirmation statements in June. So yeah.
As I
And all these resources are free, so please take advantage of them. That's what they're there for.
Yeah, I'm on their Patreon as well, so which I think is excellent. Thanks for the extra stuff that's going on there as well.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Always.
Yeah.
The list of videos. But yeah, brilliant.
I haven't got enough time in the day sometimes, but it's worth watching. Yeah,
It's all there. It's all there. That's the thing. We just got to take it easy and just get it into us. That's all.
No, exactly. And then it's about sharing this knowledge and retaining it and retaining your property, you know, because normally when someone leaves this realm, it's all seized and sold off and everything like that, you know. But with this process, the company owns everything, the company runs everything. So, for example, when you leave this realm, nothing's frozen, there's no probate, there's nothing like that. Everything still continues to function.
Totally.
Okay, just on that note, Tegan, I mean, I know it's getting quite late for you guys, but you did say earlier in the Telegram, I know there's a couple of other people with their hands up, is you were going to share some examples of what you thought worked for you so far.
Yeah, well, I did earlier, didn't I? I gave examples of what I did with the police, what I did with the debt collecting agencies, how to research them. So I gave quite a few examples there. But I'm also working on stuff now with the credit agencies, as I mentioned. Now, this takes a bit of time because I need to wait for their responses, send a response, you know. But, you know, hopefully once I've figured this out, I can post what I've done and how I've got them to stop trading the credit report. That's my name. Because, you know, that is fraud from my understanding. What they're doing, they're taking my property and trading it, right? Well, once I get that, I think we're going to have a big win, because then we'll all be able to go after them and do the same thing. But as I said, I don't advise in anything I haven't done myself.
Exactly.
You know,
It's all about just taking your time and doing and gaining the knowledge of what area you want to go down. That's why I'm saying. That's why I always say, what is it you're looking to do?
Yeah.
What is it you're looking to do specifically? If you're going to do that one thing, get that one thing out of the way. If it works, then that's a successful result. But and that can be shared with everybody else, you know. It's the main thing. But yes, it's good.
I think the other thing you mentioned earlier was for a couple of people, I think it was Mo was worried about his car. You know, is get it out of his name, and you won't have to worry about it being on his drive and that kind of thing. You use a ghost mail that the DVLA are savvy with, and just get it in someone else's name if he's going to keep it, you know, either in his trust or his limited company or something else.
Yeah, you could.
Then he won't get bothered.
That's it. You could do. That's the thing.
Yeah. Good. Okay. You take care, you guys.
Okay, you take care. Mark. Speak soon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Varney.
Hi, thank you so much for having me again. I just would like to ask some question, if that's okay. Like, you know how you're saying with the invoice, you're sending them invoice. So is it like, do you put there like the account number of your dormant company or the trading company, or how you like invoicing them exactly? Do they ever like respond to your invoice or?
It depends who you're. If you're doing business with whoever, I mean, like,
Well, I mean, like, yeah, sorry.
no,
I
go
just
on.
like mean the police. Okay, like for example, I have the private property on my car, okay, or vehicle, whatever, a voyage, and then she attached the note to it anyway. Okay, and so I have there exactly the legal notice, like I can charge them whatever. So, but I didn't do the invoice. I just sent her letter, so they like the cease and desist. But I was thinking like to send them the invoice if they do that next time. What actually can I, as a dormant, if I have the LTD dormant company, can I open account on it, or I shouldn't because it's not for trading, and I should make a trading company and open account with the trading company?
Well, if you see the thing about it, what you can do is just get yourself a trademark, and then just use trademark to invoice them. That's what I do. I have a trademark. Hornseywood is my trademark.
So how you invoice them? Like how you invoice them with a trademark? Do you have to put there like where they pay the money, or just like by check, or?
No, you can just invoice them, but then it's like, okay, if I do a job for a film company, for example, and I invoice them, but Hornseywood is where the invoice is coming from. But then I write my name and my bank account at the bottom, so they're paying that account. But Hornseywood is.
So it can be any account.
Yeah, it can be any account you pay it into. That's the thing.
Cool.
Because the invoice is coming from your trademark, basically. That's who you're in, and that's your trading. That's going to be your trading name.
So I'm invoicing them from the trademark because they breaching my trademark and whatever my notice is.
Yeah. Or you can if they're breaching your trademark, you can invoice them from your limited company, because your limited company owns the trademark.
And it's okay when it's not. When it's dormant, like I can still do that. Yeah, because
have you created the limited company?
No, I'm still saving money. It's kind of expensive here, but I'm nearly there.
But you can do it from England, right? As we discussed earlier.
Yeah, but I was looking at it, but they will send you when I created the ghost address, then they will send all the paperwork there. So if I'm not there, how I'm gonna respond to it? How I'm gonna cross over and send it back, not for trending and stuff like that?
Because they send you a scanned copy of it.
Yeah.
They send it what?
A scanned copy of the mail you get. You have to get the additional one for the director's mail, but they send you
to the email as well.
Feature. Yeah, you can
your email. You
can get all your information. You can get via email.
And then I would just print it out and send it back by normal mail.
Yeah, you can do if you want, or you can just respond to their email.
Well, you know how you're saying in some of the episodes, like when the letter comes, you cross over, you put it dormant and send it back, and you never hear from them again. Yeah. And then they HMIT, they send you
who are you expecting to write? So you're in Australia or something, from what I remember.
Yeah. I'm in Australia.
Yeah, so who are you expecting to write to you from England?
Huh?
Who are you expecting?
No
to
one.
write
I
you
don't have anyone
England?
in England. That's what I mean. So I have no one.
So if you have a company address in England, right? The Australian's going to write to England?
No. That's what I mean. Like I would open a business here in Australia. But if I would do that in England, and I would need a ghost address, wouldn't the paperwork come there, and then I'm not there?
What do you mean open it in Australia and then the paperwork goes to England?
No. I thought open it in the UK, so it's under the company house, because I'm in Australia, right? And it's
So they send you a scanned copy of the mail.
Oh, okay.
To your email.
And then
you register an account with them, and then you can. They send you, every time you get a letter from HRMC or whatever, they'll send you a scanned copy.
Okay. So then I'll just print it out and send it back as a mail.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Or just like as an email, just write email, it's dormant and I don't want the tax number and.
Yeah, you just print it
exactly
out, sign it off, whatever. Yeah, send it back if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused. I sometimes I understand, but sometimes then when I'm on their website, it's so confusing. Hey. So yeah, but I'm getting there, guys. Thank you.
Slowly.
And also,
It's all right.
yeah, can I also ask about the passports? If I change my name, well, I did change my name, but then like when I'm applying for a new passport, is it gonna come like, I don't think so it's gonna come in a lowercase, uppercase, yeah. It will still come in my bold letters, right? And they probably, even if I have hyphenated name, they're gonna separate it, right? Or will they put it together? Or
It will be all caps that will put it in, right? Because it's a product.
Exactly the same.
It would be exact same?
Yeah, exactly. It's all capital letters.
Yeah. So do you like guys, like, you know, like you let them do it, the capital letters? Or, you know, you were in one of the sessions, you were talking about the LTD passport, like the company passport.
Yeah, but if you haven't got a company, you won't get a company.
You can't do that.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. But if I, so when I do normal passports for my, like private use, it's just normal bold letters anyway. They just will like edit it to their way anyway, right? They're not gonna come keep my lowercase, uppercase, even if I give them my default document.
You'll never get an uppercase, lowercase passport. You'll always get an uppercase. Which is the implied couple. You're either gonna implied or you're gonna be expressed. You've got the choice. There's only them two. That's it. But you are not getting the limited company at the moment, so you can only be implied. You can't be limited to implied. So.
And when I ask the passport after I have my limited company, how do I ask the passport?
Yeah, then you can just apply for a company passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just apply. It's called company passport. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the business passport. It's for business, students, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you want to travel under that foundation.
Well, that's what I'm not sure how I want to travel, because I have like two young ones with me as well. So, and we all need passports. So I'm a little bit trying to work it out how, you know, but yeah, cool. Thank you.
That's all right, my dear.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You take it easy.
Do you have, by the way, do you have some like templates of the invoices you're sending or something? Would it be some possibility to get some template of the invoice?
There's invoices all over the place. I mean, like you can just find, I mean, like, have you got Word?
Oh yeah, probably in my daughter's computer. Yeah.
There's an invoice template in Word you can use.
So yeah, just that, and just fill up your details there.
All you're doing is, that's it. You're just putting your details in, your trademark or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Cool. Hey, and I also want to ask if I'm like buying a piece of land or whatever, can I still buy, because the LTD company is dormant, right? Can I still buy the land under the LTD name, or should I buy it under my private name?
Well, the thing about it, I mean, like, if you're doing any trade, you can open your company for a day to trade, buy some land, and then close the company the next day if you wanted to.
Ah.
That's what you're.
So is it?
There's more to it than what it is. Do you see? If you had a shop and you opened the shop 3 days a week, and you closed the shop 4 days a week, if you wanted to one day say, "Oh no, I'm going to open up the shop 4 days a week and have it closed 3 days this week," you could do. You're the one who's in control here. So if you want to open up your company for the day to then do whatever you wanted to do, you could do that and then close it, whatever, you log it in, and that's it.
So it's better to like buy it with a not dormant company, with like trading company.
It depends.
Yeah, but it's up to you, Vanny, what you want to do, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just
have to be the adult. Yeah, but you have to be the adult here.
This is it.
Yeah,
The whole process is about you being the adult. Like I think nearly 2 years now, Vanny, you've been saying you're going to do a limited company, right?
Yeah.
I remember when you first said
guys,
it, you still haven't done it, you know? But you still haven't done it, right?
Well, I changed my name. Okay, I need to get, because the thing is I wasn't born here. Okay, so it's a process for me. Okay, I need to get I needed to get nationalized, enrolled, and now I changed my name, and it's all cost so much fees. Okay, so
it's only £12.
Oh, it's like $540.
Yeah, but in England it's only £12. 12, 14
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so but with England I would have to have the ghost address. But then
it's
when I'm like,
still under £100 for it's still under £100 for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand it better with the email and stuff, because I was like worried, like, you know, what's gonna happening with all that paperwork or whatever. If I'll open some, you know, ghost address there, what's gonna happening, like, you know, with the mail, if there's going some mail. So I'm just
You just
thinking
get,
there would be maybe.
even if it's a ghost address, you can just get it mail forwarded onto you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Forward. Yeah.
Kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah.
not a problem there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll probably. Yeah. I'm still looking into it. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm nearly there. Okay.
Nearly.
Thank-
Take it easy.
I want to
See you
know
in
what
2
I'm
years.
doing. You know, I wanna know what I'm doing, and I wanna have it, like, I wanna have the cash, the money to do it as well, like properly. You know, when I'm open, I wanna go buy the trademark as well and just have it all sorted. But I'm kind of good with them, like they kind of letting me know, because, you know, like I sending always my letters and I'm not going to courts. I call sick and then I'm just like send them my letter and I don't hear from them again. So, but yeah, it's interesting with that invoice, because I'm thinking to, like, you know, like, yeah, send them some invoices as well. So I need to work on that as well. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much. Very
Slowly.
informative, guys. So
Slowly,
much cool
slowly.
doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all right. Gianni,
Okay, bye.
you still got your hand up?
Can you hear
Gianni?
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
that's better.
I see your
Oh,
question in the
hallelujah.
chat. So your company is dormant, from my understanding, when you're registered, right? So you won't be trading.
Yeah.
So I don't see
Yeah.
an issue with any tax or anything like that, or how they can go
Yeah.
after, because the company is dormant, and dormant companies can hold property, hence your trademark or whatever, right? So don't worry about that either.
Yeah.
And you can also take the option of the ghost mail address if you want as well. It
Yeah, the
depends on you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's getting clear. That's what's pulled me up. Is just, like I say, my Italian source has been suggesting that, like, yeah, all that stuff that I wrote. So I won't bore you anymore with that. But and the idea of opening an office here, I wanted that cover as well. Do you reckon that's the formality as well then?
But you don't need to
company.
open an office in Italy. You can just have the trademark registered for Italy, but it could be owned by the UK company or the England, that's one in England, right? And then if someone violates the company trademark, it's a different entity, right? So they're like, well, why are you using my trademark? And that's what, and you're writing to them from England. It's the same with the guy from Sweden. I don't know if you heard that the discussion earlier, right?
Well,
so it's the same scenario for you, right? It's the exact same.
Yeah,
and
I think so. Yeah.
Someone is using your property in Italy, that's yours when you get the trademark. Well, you know, your company's losing money, so you need to protect it. As a director, that's your sole responsibility to best interest of the company, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll do any research and I'll come back to you with any more questions about it. Just regarding whether, you know, even with a dormant company, you're allowed to, you know, be resident in Italy. That was the issue, really, with that question.
Yeah.
When I read that pulled me off. So
but how are they going to know
question?
you registered it in England? How are they going to know?
Sorry, what was the question?
How would they know you registered the company in England? Simo.
Because it's in, well, that's their problem, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Being the director, yeah.
Less is more, right? Exactly. How are they going to know?
I don't know.
If they do say anything, just say it's dormant. It's not trading.
Yeah, I'll go back to that podcast, and I've been on it about dormant companies, dormant UK Limited in Italy. So far, no leads, but I'll keep on it. So I mean, I'll go back to that. But did you get my first question as well about the legal name and it's about the legal name, or this is the one where I'm pulled up now. Is if I understand it, 67 I was born, therefore I don't
You've got
need
no
to do
surname on
form.
your
10 boxes.
You've got no surname on your birth certificate, right?
Well, I haven't seen my birth certificate in about 20 years.
You'll have no surname because it's pre-1969. Yeah. So you don't really need to worry about that then. So what's your question? The legal name, I was born in 1967. If I understand correctly, that means I don't need to do a deed poll. Well, you don't have the surname. You're not bound by this limited company stuff like me, for example. Unfortunately, my birth certificate has a all cap surname.
Same.
Okay.
So yeah, you're one of the lucky ones, Gianni.
What? So you mean I don't need to open a limited company?
No, you should still claim the limited company because the Sestic V Trust is registered in that name, right? So that's what I said earlier.
Yeah,
We want to block them accessing the trust and doing anything, trading with it at all. They'd have to come to you. You're the owner of that property, and you have the title deed from the company, which is the lawful document, and then you have the trademark, which is the legal document, the highest form of legal document you can get, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
So you want to block all use of that name from them trading it.
Right. But the deed poll, I don't need to bother with the deed poll. Is that clear?
Well, as we said earlier, it's about creating these minefield upon minefield upon minefield for them to navigate, right? You don't want them to be able to come after you, right?
That's
Yeah.
it.
So it's about protecting
Absolutely.
yourself.
The more
Okay.
ammunition you've got, the more protected you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um,
But that's up to you. You heard Mo saying he might not do it. There was someone else that said they might not do it. That's up to you, and that's part of being an adult. What
That's it.
do I want to do?
This decision,
Yeah.
really. We can offer you the suggestions, but then that's up
Mhm.
to you. You don't have to go and do it. But I mean, like for
No, but-
me, I'm just protecting myself even more so. So
Okay. So I've got 1,000 questions now. I don't really understand this thing about the legal name and the. So I mean, it strikes me there would be two names they can write to me in, where
How would
No,
they
I
write
can't
you in
even-
2 names? How would they write you in
Well,
2 names?
well the legal name and then the all caps John Henry Doe.
But that's why you have the limited company, right? You own the name,
Yeah,
and then you have
exactly.
the
If I
trademark,
didn't-
right? So
yeah, but if I didn't
if-
have
if
those,
any-
I'd be in trouble.
so
Is that right?
what they're the only way they can write you and fine you in a corporation sense is the all caps, right? That's why all corporations have all capital names, right? You can't
Yeah,
put them in
yeah.
lowercase or upper lowercase. It's always all capitals, right?
Yeah.
Your credit cards or your bank cards or whatever, if you take them out now and look at them, they're all capitals, right?
that's it.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at my bank cards now, all capital, all capital, all capital, yeah, all of them. You know?
Driving license.
Yeah.
That's why your driver's
absolutely.
license as well, all capitals, your passport, all capitals. Company property,
Yeah.
company property, company property.
So
You see?
yeah, I do. No, I mean, I'm just pulled up on this the legal name. I've got the all caps thing. Yeah, okay, understood. If they write to me in that, and I've got a trademark, then I can do one. But if but the legal name, that's what I was pulling me up. Anyway, I'd rather ask another question actually, and maybe that will clarify. But if you guys want to go to bed, let's go to bed. It's late here. I'm half asleep.
Brilliant. Go ahead, Gianni. Carry on.
Well, if you don't fancy it, you can just throw it back in. Throw it back out in the
Oh, go
water.
on.
Right.
You've
So
waited
this
long
is here. It's not the same as the UK, where if you get stopped by a copper, and of course I'm thinking because they've got financial coppers here. Yeah. So if you're stopped by a copper in the street, I think in your home you're okay, but if you're stopped in the street by a copper, you've got to show them as a resident, as opposed to a citizen. Yeah, as a resident, foreign resident, you've got to show them some form of ID.
Okay. So this is Italy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to show them ID. Okay. And what's he gonna do? Write you a ticket. Okay. But then your company can say, why are you trading my property? And then you can go
Yeah,
after that police
again.
officer, and then you can go after that police company and say, what the hell are you doing? It's a different entity.
So-
Remember, you got to separate yourself from the name.
So the join is kind of irrelevant because they can't act upon any joinder.
There you go.
Right. Answered. Okay, guys, let's go to bed. I'm knackered.
Hey, Debola. How you doing?
No,
Thanks, Gianni. Debola, how you
take
doing?
care, guys. Thanks for everything.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So-
This is my first time with the group. I think I joined over
Welcome.
a month. Anyway, my question is regarding passport. I need help because I was trying to reach out to Tegan, but I think he was quite busy. I didn't get any response.
So what is it you wanted to know, darling?
Yeah, the business passport. I've got the P passport, the usual passport, a valid one. So I'm quite interested in obtaining the company passport. My intention is to go to Victoria, the one in London, the passport office, and walk in and apply.
You don't
So-
need to walk in. You can do it online, right?
Yeah,
You post
online.
stuff.
Oh, I searched for it, but I didn't see any application for that.
It's just the second passport application. So
Yeah.
and anyone can have a second passport, right? So basically, if you go into the Truth Talk group, sorry, I see your message now. Apologies, I was away on holidays for a couple of weeks, so that's why I probably missed it. But
Yeah.
if you go into the Truth Talk group, yeah, and click Files, scroll down a bit, and then you'll have a search menu bar pop up, and then you can search passport, right? And then it has a template letter that you'd write from your limited
Yeah,
company
I
to the
saw-
passport office.
I saw that later, but it was about an expired passport. It wasn't relevant to my situation. And I
Yeah, but just
thought,
change it slightly. I would like to apply for a company passport.
okay, okay.
Like you have to be willing to be able to do these stuff yourself, right? So you're saying you're willing to go in and talk with them. Absolutely, great. I'm really happy to hear that. But you also need to know what you're asking for them, right?
That's
So
what
you
I'm
want a
asking.
second, you want a second passport. You want a company passport. So you need a
Aha.
reference. You need a reference letter from your company requesting it. So you
I
have to do like a formal letter from your company and sign it off as director and hand it to
Ah,
them.
Okay, I see.
And then you have
because
to make
that-
sure you have the correct passport photos, etc. It's going to be used for business purposes only. You require it for business.
Debola,
Yeah,
um,
hello?
are you in employment at the moment?
No, I'm self-employed.
Okay, so if you was working for McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
And you went to McDonald's manager and you said to the manager, can you write me a letter so I can have a passport for McDonald's? It's exactly the same thing you're doing to yourself.
Okay. I see.
You're writing your own letter and then you're signing it from the director at the bottom. That's it. That's what Tegan's saying. And there's a template letter there.
So the point is, we would need that letter to apply for this business passport.
Yes,
So
because
I will-
the director has to give you permission
Aha,
to travel under the company.
okay.
So you're the director of the company. So if I wanted to travel under your company, I could say, Debola, could I travel under your company and could you write me a letter so I can get my name on your passport, on your company?
That's the missing link, because I wasn't sure that I needed the letter once I have the deed, and I just walk in there to say, I'm the director and I'm giving the authorization here and now. Let's go with it.
You
So
can
that's what I wanted.
you can do that if you want to, but as Tegan's saying, you can just do it online and then just write a
Okay.
letter. Do you know what I mean? Just take a photocopy of the letter or whatever and just send it over. Because if they're going to check, they're just going to get in touch with you because you're the director of the company.
Okay, and also, can I get that checked at the post office, or they wouldn't have any clue if, because that's the way we normally do the usual one. Would that be any point to it?
No, I mean,
What do you mean? Sorry,
go
or
to
do you know what you mean? No, I was just, can you clarify that question?
Usually we check the usual passport. at
yeah,
the
but you
post
wouldn't do that if you're going to do it
Okay.
online, really.
office. Okay.
Because I mean, like that with the passport there from the post office, it's just like a normal passport. You can probably do it through I mean, I don't think they know, because when there was a lady, Caroline, it was a Truth Talk call actually, and we was discussing it, and she was in the post office. And I asked her to ask the guy behind the counter about the business passport or the second passport, and they didn't know nothing about it.
No,
I did the
there's
same.
there's nothing
Didn't have a clue.
about it on the government websites
Yes.
or anything. I found it by fluke, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
They don't
yeah,
want you knowing about this stuff. Yeah,
definitely
they don't want you getting them.
no.
Yeah, I didn't know you can apply for the passport online these days. I've always done it. I think
Well, you print off the form and post it to them, right?
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
this one I renewed about 4 years ago and always done it through the post office. So
Right.
I'm going to try the online.
Yeah, they try and hide all this kind of stuff. So I don't think they're going to make it out too
But
public.
you still have to send your passport photograph, or everything is done online?
Yeah, you know, you need to send them like the document and stuff like that, don't you? From the company and everything, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, when I did
Anyway.
it, I printed off everything and just posted it to them, and then they.
If I have any question, I think I'll give them a call to verify.
Exactly, but they'll get back to you if so. You know, normally they'll have what exactly do I need. So you need the reference letter, right?
Yeah.
And then you have your whole passport application. You have the 2 passport photos and a copy of your ID. You know, and you send it in, and then if there's anything else, they'll get back to you. But did you search the Truth Talk group? Did you search passport in the chat or anything and go through them all?
Yes, I saw the template later. Yeah, I saw 2 of
Yeah,
them.
but that's the files. Did you search the chats?
The chat. No, I did. Okay. I didn't see much of anything to do with passport on the chat.
So if you just type passport, you know, as a keyword,
Yeah.
anyone can do this for anything they're looking at, you know, and then there's
I'll do
350
that again
mentions.
in the
There's
chat.
350 mentions you can go through of passport. Right?
Seriously.
Okay. I'll do that.
There you go.
on the chat.
And you can just go read what people are doing, right?
Okay, because I noticed that not many people do ask about it these days. So, yeah, okay. I think I'm quite clear on that now. Thank you for your.
No problem.
your
And apologies for not
input.
getting back to you sooner.